If you make it to the end of the video, I'll give you a cookie. Good morning, humans. XZanthia here, and Noah and I, he's very bored right now, we're on our way to Germany, and there's children. There's children, they're everywhere, but this is going to be a very long flight, so I'm going to show you this little video that I made. My little brother, actually sent me a story that he had written, a true story, and I put it together and I made a little video, so here it is.
Just submitted this for a work thing. When I was 7 years old, my life nearly ended in a split second. I was walking through a school zone when a car came speeding down the street, ignoring the warnings and the children around. The impact was sudden and brutal. I later learned that I had been impacted with such force that I was left unconscious for days. I was airlifted by helicopter to the nearest hospital, which saved my life. The doctor said that without that emergency response, I might not have made it. That helicopter ride was my first brush with the world of aviation, though I didn't know it then. At the time, it was just a means of survival, but it left a mark on me, a connection to something bigger than the chaos that surrounded my young life. My childhood was anything but stable. My mother, struggling with deep-seated issues, had taken me from New Hampshire to California years before without anyone's knowledge. We lived a transient life around Los Angeles, bouncing between shelters, makeshift homes, and our share of park benches and bus stops. School was sporadic, and the future seemed as unstable as our living conditions. My mother had already had 2 other children taken from her, but somehow I remained in her care. Things came to a head when I was 11. My mother's mental state had deteriorated to the point where the authorities could no longer ignore it. They stepped in, and I was taken from her, a scared child who had already seen too much instability for one lifetime. The possibility of being placed into state custody was real and terrifying. I knew enough to understand that children who entered the system often got lost in it, becoming invisible in the maze of bureaucracy. But then, something miraculous happened. My father, who had been out of my life for years, found out where I was. He had been searching for me, and when he learned of my situation, he acted quickly. He contacted the authorities and arranged for me to be flown back to New Hampshire. I was sent on the next flight as an unaccompanied minor with nothing but the clothes on my back, leaving behind the uncertainty of my life to that point for a chance at something better. I remember the flight clearly, the feeling of leaving everything behind and the hope that this journey would finally bring some stability. It was the second time I owed my life to a flight. First, the helicopter that saved me after the accident, and now this plane that was taking me to safety, to a father who wanted to be part of my life. When I landed, my father and soon-to-be stepmother were there, waiting for me. For the first time in years, I felt safe. He welcomed me into his home, providing the stability and care that had been missing for so long. The fear of being lost in the foster system evaporated as I began to build a new life with him, far from the chaos I had grown up in. The experience of those 2 flights stayed with me as I grew older. They were more than just means of transportation. They were lifelines that connected me to a future I might never have had otherwise. My interest in aviation and aerospace began to take shape as I thought more about how these machines had been instrumental in my survival and my escape. This passion eventually led me to join the U.S. Air Force, where I served for 8 years. My time in the military deepened my connection to aviation, and when I left, I continued my journey by working at Boeing, where I've been for the last 12 years. Every day, I am reminded of the critical role that aviation played in my life and the lives of others around the globe.
So I suppose that I can relate, and which is why I'm still flying places. I always try to just, what's around the corner. But actually, my little brother, John, the last videos that I posted were like 2 months ago. We actually went on a trip, and you should check those out as well. Okay, we're about ready to get on the plane.
In a world where a woman seeks the meaning of everything through travel, it's all here, right before your eyes. Welcome to XZanthia's Adventures.
This is my inner voice telling you I'm going to use this 8-hour flight to tell you a little about what has gone on in the last 5 months. Here is the update. My inner voice is a man for some reason.
What?
Then, because our friend and landlord's boyfriend passed away, as well as our lease was up at our home, Jody wanted to sell our house. So my boyfriend's PJ, Noah, and I packed up to move back to Mayaca City, Florida. Our roommate Rubber Toes moved back to his old place, and PJ's little brother Manny moved in with his father in Arizona.
Then there was a flood in Mayaca City, Florida.
It is very humbling when you are going through what you think is a crisis, and one of your friends from the Philippines texts you pictures outside her bedroom window. Unfortunately, this is a regular experience for her. You can check her out on Instagram, and anything you could donate would help. Meanwhile, I was getting ready for my solo art show in Orlando. Please subscribe and I will do a happy dance, and it will be so amazing you may not survive.
Feeling cute, ATL. May murder someone later. IDK.
Then I found a bug. Yes, I know it is a cicada. Ha 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 ha.
Hey, what's up?
Then, my best friend since age 11, Vicky Stuck, got married. A beautiful Gothic wedding at the Spook-Easy in Tampa, Florida.
Vicky and Alan are getting married. One of the only marriages that I actually approve of because they're both equally strange in the same way. I love you guys.
We love you.
I brought both my boyfriends, PJ and Noah.
That's good. What happened, Vicky?
I don't know.
Did you get all tied up?
I got stuck.
That's marriage.
All right.
And then do we have a fork? Anyone?
Yeah, let me go grab it.
You are the fork.
What's going on here?
I just got in from space.
No, you need to get off. You need to get off
Well,
this car.
I'm waiting for the transformers to kick in, so...
Can I see your license?
It's a spaceship. Don't need a license. I'm Mr. Electric.
Oh, sorry, sir.
I'm guarded through space Vanguard number 3.74.
Proceed.
Stay aboard on our funny struck Apr-Aug A330-900 new aircraft. Thank you for attention and have fun.
I would like to thank you so very much for making it to the end of my video. And if you could like, comment, and subscribe, and click on that little bell there so you know when I post a new video. I post a new video every day. And if you have any friends that are cool enough to share my video with, that would be cool. Because cool people, you know, we should stick together.
I still have yet to get enough views on my YouTube to monetize, so I greatly appreciate those of you who are able to subscribe to my Patreon. Because if it wasn't for you, these videos would not be possible.
Get from Denver, cutting carpet like a switchblade queen.
Okay, now I'm gonna put my shoes on.